Bonifacio. Today I'm very privileged to have a good friend of mine. I met him at the World Wide Web in the person of Don Flordeliza. Sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Doc.
Before we proceed, I will allow you to introduce yourself first to our televiewers.
Okay, sa mga kababayan nating nakikinig, ako po ay si Ginoong Don Flordeliza Jr. Isang karangalan sa akin ang makawibilo nyo sa oras na ito sa pamamagitan ni Dr. Melendez upang matalakay natin kung ano mga bagay na mahalaga sa ating pagiging bahagi ng ating ito.
Don, I understand you have been an active leader in the Philippines. Did you start as a civic leader or you were in the business sector?
Well, ganito ang istorya niyan, Doc. I joined the protest movement against martial law when I was age 15.
Wow, high school pa yun.
High school pa. And a few years back, I found my age, nag-flip na yung edad ko, Doc, from 15, when I was 51. Nag-flip na yung edad ko, but when I look around, wala pang pagbabago na nangyayari sa ating bayan.
So that long stretch of like 40 years.
40 years. Now I'm a few years older than 51. And it still reminds me that we have a lot of unfinished work to do as far as our country is concerned. Kung ano yung pinaglaban ko nung ako'y 15 taong gulang, eh hindi pa yata tapos. Wala pang mga magandang pagbabagong nakikita sa ating kapaligiran. So fortunately naman, I became a social entrepreneur. Hindi na wala yung pagiging advocate natin for the environment, for peace, for people empowerment. So pinagpatuloy natin yan. At I'm proud to say I'm also an active Rotarian. As a civic leader, pinagpapatuloy natin ang paghanap ng paraan na in small ways we can still continue to serve our country and our people.
And at the same time, a businessman.
Yeah, I am into alternative transport vehicles. Dahil mataas ang presyo ng gasolina ngayon sa world market, so we're trying to introduce alternative vehicles that can use alternative fuels na makakayanan ng ating mga kababayan na magpatakbo ng pangtransportasyon sa mababang halaga ng gasolina. I hope to pursue this further dahil we feel that this is a good intervention sa problema natin.
Yeah, anything that is alternative, I think, is good for the country.
And the environment.
Yeah, we talk about alternative source of fuel, alternative medicine.
Yes.
We have alternative leaders.
That's what our country is.
Especially with this forthcoming election. And you're very active also in setting up different websites. Maybe we can discuss that with our viewers. We'll try to access that as we mentioned that on air.
Oh, I'd appreciate that. No, my first advocacy close to my heart is my advocacy for peace. No? So I have a Center for Peace NGO. I call it the Flordeliza Center for Peace Incorporated, in which I am the chair. And we have this Centre for Peace, that's CENTRE, number 4, and then peace.ning.com. It's a social network. And
when you say peace, that applies to the peaceful resolution of the age-old problem in Mindanao?
Well, yes, but we are more on advocating for a culture of peace. In fact, I was in Digos 2007. We had a peace celebration in Digos City. But our intervention was more on having a on the spot painting contest for elementary school children, and then an essay writing contest for high school children, by way of promoting a culture of peace against the culture of violence that is prevalent in our country today.
And I like it because you start it at the very young age group.
Yes, because we have to believe in the youth. We have
Yeah.
to go back to the youth. Lahat ng away dahil sa magugulong isip nating matatanda. Ang pag-asa lamang natin ay sa murang isip ng kabataan. Sana huwag nang madawit sa away ng mga magulang. So, we hope to replicate this simple on-the-spot painting, on-the-spot essay writing in as many places all over the country, especially in places where conflict is perceived to be high.